I got reincarnated as a snake, but I found myself soaking in medicinal liquor. There were other companions in the jar besides me. Looks like the person soaking us wants to brew 5 venom wine. Just as I was figuring out how to escape, suddenly hunger hit me. No choice, since I can't get out for now. I might as well eat something. I glanced to the side, at the many dead companions. I fought back my nausea, and swallowed them in one go. The weakness in my body vanished instantly. Even my scales looked shinier. Just then, the door burst open. A middle-aged man walked in. I quickly closed my eyes and played dead. My heart was pounding. This is my only chance to escape. Why is there only one snake left in the liquor? Where did everything else go? The man frowned, confused. He reached out to open the jar to check. I held my breath. As soon as he lifted the lid, I lunged out. I sprayed venom right in his face. The man screamed in pain. I took the chance to leap out of the jar, rushed towards the door fast. Outside was a residential area. A few kilometers away, there was a forest. That's where I'm headed to escape. But I'd have to cross several main roads, so I had to wait till night to move. I was about to hide in some nearby bush when a yellow dog burst out barking wildly. Annoyed, I sprayed some venom. The dog instantly howled in pain. The man's screams mixed with the dog's barking.
Afraid of attracting attention.
I immediately slipped into the thicket. Soon after, residents called the fire department. After all, a big venomous snake escape scared everyone. People were really on edge.
10 minutes later.
6 fully armed firefighters, with 2 hounds, entered the woods. Their footsteps got closer and closer. I tensed up, quickly squeezed into a narrow hole. Thanks to night vision, the dark cave looked bright to me. After crawling 4 or 5 meters, I found a hibernating snake inside. It's about the same size as me. I came up with an idea, quietly moved over and bit its neck, injected some venom to knock it out, dragged it to the cave entrance, left its tail poking out, and hid around a corner to watch. Soon I heard the hounds barking. The decoy snake got dragged out. Firefighters shouted that they caught it, then left. I relaxed after all their footsteps faded away, but still couldn't let my guard down. Had to wait till midnight to head deeper. Night fell. I was about to set off when I felt hungry again. Right then, a big rat scurried out. I sneaked up quietly, sprayed venom and gulped it down. Host devoured 1 rat, gained 4 energy points. A cold, robotic voice sounded in my mind. Turns out I have to eat live things to awaken the system. The ones I ate before just filled my belly. Couldn't trigger the system. I took advantage of the night and crawled toward the mountain. System prompt: spend 1 energy point to scan nearby life, to avoid running into humans. I acted fast and confirmed. Red and blue dots appeared before my eyes, each showing a different creature. A yellow dot caught my eye nearby. Turned out to be a banded krite. I circled behind it, attacked and swallowed. Devoured 1 banded krite, gained energy. 12 points. Over the next few hours, I went wild hunting in the woods. Ate toads, geckos, and other small critters. Altogether got 400 energy points. My body felt way stronger. I converted all energy points to 40. Evolution points, maxed out 5 stats, and chose to evolve. After some intense pain, my body got thicker and bigger. Speed and stamina doubled. I can now zip up to 80 kilometers per hour. Just as I was about to cross the road ahead, a sports car sped toward me. I barely had time to react. Jumped out midair, pushed my speed to the max, turned into a flying snake. The woman in the car was totally freaked out, checked her dashcam, and was stunned. She immediately called the news hotline. Next day, the news reported about it. The liquor brewer got bitten by a venomous snake soaked for 3 years. Its venom was way stronger than normal. And some drivers spotted a suspected mutant snake speeding across the road, coupled with rumors about mutant animals appearing. The internet was in a frenzy. Everyone was panicking. By then, I'd made it into the mountains. I knew I had to move low-key until I got stronger. A while later, hunger hit again. System radar showed that there was a cave upstream with a group of hibernating snakes. I quietly approached the snake group and feasted for 3 hours. Evolution points soared to 90. Another round of intense pain. My body got upgraded again. Host promoted to level 4 beast. Lifespan left, 5 years. Advancing to exotic beast adds 10 years of lifespan. System prompt made me nervous. I have to break through to a higher realm within 5 years, or I'll die of old age. Next day, I lay on a boulder sunbathing, when a strong murderous vibe suddenly appeared. Looking up, an eagle circled up high, eyeing me as prey. I turned on the radar system, pretended to keep sleeping, quietly planned a countermove. As the eagle dove down, talons aimed at me, I instantly lifted my head and sprayed venom, then bit its neck, wrapped around and strangled it, then swallowed it whole, feathers and all. Right after eating the eagle, the radar picked up 2 hounds searching for me a kilometer away. 5 guys with shotguns followed behind. Turns out after the news broke, the government put up a $500,000 bounty. All of them came for the reward. Soon, the hounds found me in the grass and barked like crazy. They had numbers and weapons, so I could only pick them off one by one. I noticed a tall guy at the front, who was a bit away from the others, and looked pretty relaxed. I dashed out and bit his hand, before anyone else could react, then slipped back into the woods. The others fired at where I escaped. Bullets hit my scales, with loud thuds, but didn't hurt me at all. Seeing that, they left one person with the injured. The other 3 chased after me with the hounds. The 2 hounds rushed ahead first. I lured them to a remote spot, sprayed venom, covered both their faces instantly, and the hounds soon stopped breathing. The 3 left were furious, kept coming. I watched them closely. The last guy sprinted forward, so I bit his wrist, then slipped back into the bush. The leader was so mad his eyes turned red, wanted to charge into the bush with a steel fork, but was stopped by the burly man leading the group. Don't go, that beast is intelligent. He's picking us off one by one. Right as he finished speaking, gunshots came from where the other 2 teammates were. 3 out of 5 squad members were seriously injured. The captain completely lost his will to fight. If this keeps up, they're all gonna bite the dust here. I stayed hidden, watching them. Saw them open their backpacks, took out disinfectant and gauze to bandage their wounded friends. A red fruit in the box suddenly caught my eye. A strong urge to devour it surged in me. System analysis showed it was a blood spirit fruit. Eating it would give me 10,000 evolution points. While they were bandaging wounds, I rushed out, grabbed the blood spirit fruit, and ran. The captain was furious, screaming, started shooting wildly. Bullets whizzed past me. This blood spirit fruit came from a cave in the far north. There were originally 2 fruits. The captain's brother ate one by accident and died from his body bursting. He planned to take the other to the biolab to find out what caused his brother's death. Suddenly, a sharp pain hit my back. A few scales were shot off by bullets. Blood gushed out. I ignored the wound, ran with everything I had. Panicked, I ended up fleeing into a lake. The cool water eased my pain for now. There was a bamboo raft floating on the surface. No one else around. I climbed on, utterly exhausted. Everything went black. I passed out, even swallowed the blood spirit fruit in my mouth by instinct. The fruit turned into overwhelming energy, temporarily stored by the system, waiting for me to absorb it when I wake up. Even while unconscious, I could sense everything happening outside. No idea how much time went by. A fishing boat passed by. I thought to myself, guess I'm done for. But to my surprise, the little girl on the boat insisted on saving me. This girl is different from others by nature. She loved interacting with animals ever since she was little. Even snakes and centipedes. All became gentle around her. Her dad and grandpa decided to risk saving me because of that. Father and son carefully lifted me onto the boat, rushed home. Once home, the whole family worked together. Cleaned my infected wounds, changed bandages and medicine, even butchered their big rooster to nourish me. A few days later, I fully healed up. When I was about to leave, Duo's voice suddenly appeared in my mind. Hi, my name's Duo. What's your name? I was shocked. Answered in my mind, I'm Becky. How can you talk to me? I've been talking to animals since I was little. But you're way smarter. I've never met anyone like you before. Over the next few days, Duo brought me food every day. We hit it off pretty well. But her dad Wang Jing was super worried. I'm still a wild beast after all. If I lost control, no way they'd be able to handle me. So Wang Jing and the grandpa discussed. Once I recovered, they'd let me go back to the mountains. On the day they decided, a wild boar barged into Wang Jing's veggie patch, tore up all the vegetables. Government rules say you can't shoot wild boars, so the family could only watch helplessly, faces full of despair. I told Duo mentally, I can deal with that wild boar. This family saved my life. Perfect time to repay them. With my current strength, handling a normal wild boar is easy. Duo told her dad and grandpa what I said. Both looked totally stunned. I gave a slight nod to show it's okay. Father and son quickly thanked me with clasped hands. Snake Immortal, we're counting on you. Early the next morning, I said goodbye to Duo, turned on my system radar, crawled toward the veggie patch at the foot of the mountain, searched around the patch for a while. Didn't find any boars. Decided to wait on their usual trail. Food is scarce in the mountains. That patch is a real treat for wild boars. It's only a matter of time before it comes. Around noon, radar suddenly detected 10 strangers coming from the woods far away, heading toward the veggie patch. I took a closer look. My heart sank. 2 of them were the ones I bit last time. Back again for the bounty, my old nemesis. Damn, they just won't quit. I cursed to myself, fuming with anger. After consuming the blood spirit fruit, my evolution points hit over 10,000. While recovering, I quietly leveled up to peak beast strength. Way stronger than before. This time I'll make sure none of them leave alive. The snake hunters started chatting. Lao Wu, you hurt that beast last time. He bled a lot. Think he's dead already. That beast is super sly. Not that easy to kill. My 3 buddies are still in the hospital after he bit them. Forget the bounty. Don't care about the million anymore. I just want to skin him. Right as he finished speaking, the lead hunting dog started barking like mad. I suddenly dashed out. My huge body blocked out the sun. Lao Wu shouted, something's wrong. How'd this beast get so big? Is it his parents here for revenge? While they were still stunned, I quickly pounced on one person. Injected paralyzing venom. That guy collapsed right away. A young guy nearby tried to shoot, but Lao Wu stopped him. Lao Liu was there too. You want to kill him or what? The hunting dog jumped at me. I whipped it away with my tail. The others didn't dare shoot. Catching me alive earns $1 million. Killing me only gets 30 grand. I spat out Lao Liu and roared at all of them. My fierce intimidation made them all kneel. Hands clamped over their ears. Some started bleeding from their eyes and noses. Kept wailing. I completely took control. While they were still dizzy, I sprayed paralyzing venom. Within a minute or 2, they all stopped breathing. Just to be safe, I bit everyone on the neck. Injected venom. Then I tore up their backpacks. Destroyed all their electronics, in case there were any cameras or trackers. These 10 hunting rifles, I plan to give to Duo's family. Now that spiritual energy is rising, beasts are getting fiercer. Hunting rifles can help them stay safe. I swallowed 5 hunting dogs. Got 400 energy points. Also maxed out my gemstone level. Came back to the veggie patch again. Climbed up a tree to wait for the boar. By sunset, the wild boar finally showed up. It was over 2 meters long. Shoulder height at least 1.2 or 1.3 meters. Fat and huge like a small mountain. Every step leaves a deep footprint. It's actually a beast as powerful as me. I circle around the tree trunk, waiting quietly for it to get close. Once the boar walks under the tree, I instantly spray venom down from the branch, aiming right at its eyes. That's its biggest weak spot. Hit dead on from 12 meters away. The boar king suddenly can't see well. It only reacts when the burning pain kicks in. It jumps up and goes wild, crashing through trees thick as bowls. It goes into a rampage, smashing everything. Bush and dust fly everywhere. Such destructive power. I'm glad I didn't try to fight it up close. Quickly, I climb 2 more meters into the treetop to dodge. Its nerves go numb fast. The toxin kicks in. The boar king starts to get dizzy. It can't keep its balance. After knocking over 5 or 6 trees, it finally collapses. Its howls are getting softer, until it finally goes quiet, back at Duo's place. I tell them where the boar's body is. Duo's dad, Wang Jing, grabs a few people right away to help carry the carcass. I only take half the boar's meat and blood. The rest, they can split however they want. I just chill in a second floor room at Duo's house, so I won't scare the others. I'm sitting there bored, watching TV. And on TV, the host is reporting excitedly. Breaking news from our channel. Recently on the South China Sea shelf, a diver accidentally found a giant skeleton. From the way it looks, it's a little like the legendary giants. The whole skeleton is about 10 meters tall, right across the chest. There's a huge sort of unknown material stuck in its ribs. The Southern Maritime Bureau has sent a pro-recovery team to check out the site. If this turns out to be real, then the mysterious ancient civilization from legends might be right beside us. With all these mutated beasts showing up, creatures are popping up all over the world. Maybe humanity is about to enter a whole new era. I narrow my eyes, glued to the screen. Interesting. This world is getting more and more fascinating. I flick my tongue out. The more mutant beasts there are, the more strange things will happen. Then I won't stand out at all. In a blink, half a month passes. I plan to go deep in the mountains, to find a place rich in spiritual energy and break through. But because Duo's family begged me to stay, I ended up hanging around for days. Especially Duo's dad, Wang Jing. His attitude totally changed. Every day he brings me delicious chicken, duck, and goose. And these 2 weeks, not only on TV and online, but according to the news, mutant beasts attacking humans keeps rising. Even in Duo's village, a lot of pigs, dogs, and chickens show red-eye symptoms in huge numbers. They're all unusually aggressive. And now, people everywhere are living in fear. I can also sense that strange aura is getting stronger in the air. Even every breath feels charged with wild power, making my whole body burn up. If I wasn't keeping my impulses under control with willpower, maybe by now, I'd be as crazy as those beasts and chickens. I know this is a sign I'll level up soon, but something tells me there's danger behind this breakthrough. Just then, a giant sound comes from outside. The ground shakes hard. Realizing something's wrong, I quickly yell for everyone to get out. As soon as we're out safely, the house collapses into ruins. I tell Duo's family to hurry to higher ground. Right after the earthquake, wild beasts pour out of the forest in panic. They charge into human areas, smashing into each other, scaring people in the streets. Meanwhile, after the great disaster, from the cracks in the earth, some invisible energy starts to leak out. And I can feel it too, because my system says the spiritual energy in the air is almost ready for beasts to upgrade. It won't be long before I can level up. I'll level up soon. Then old man Wang Jingyu suddenly kneels in front of me. But there are rocks everywhere on the ground. He bows 3 times, very serious. Mr. Bai, if you don't mind, can this girl become your apprentice? I'm surprised for a moment, but then I get what he means. The world's a mess now. If they have my protection, their family will be much safer. That actually works for me too. Plus, I can repay their kindness for saving me. So I agree. Now I'm her master. That means I gotta take on that responsibility. But I really don't have a gift for a new student right now. So I'm gonna go hunt something to feed the family. After all, they lost all their supplies, and their house is gone. This disaster took so many lives. So many people must have died. At least on my Sky Eye map, the village at the foot of the mountain is mostly ruined. There are hardly any survivors left. Then I head straight into the woods. Time goes by bit. As I search for prey in the woods, suddenly a tempting scent drifts by. Just a whiff, and I feel instantly energized. But when I scan with my Sky Eye map, I can't find the source at all. Obviously, it's at least 2 kilometers away, way beyond my detection range. What kind of treasure smells this good? I can't help sniffing again, lost in thought. The blood spirit fruit I snatched from old Wu the hunter didn't even come close to this scent. I flick my tongue lightly,
eyes burning with curiosity.
I can't help but start moving toward the scent. That earthquake was massive, but in this tangled forest, the damage is much less. Only a few trees and plants fell down, so it doesn't block the way. Pretty soon I realize I'm not the only one drawn to this smell. All the beasts and bugs that survived the quake are being pulled toward one direction. Creatures that are usually enemies are now peacefully moving side by side, everyone focused on the same goal. What's even weirder is that their eyes are dull, like they lost control, totally hypnotized by the scent, completely controlled by the smell. I suddenly feel a strong sense of dread. Unease washes over me. As I get closer to the source, I feel a wild energy in me that I can't control. It's driving me to rush forward. I can't hold it back. Right then, the system alarm suddenly goes off. Host affected by the scent of the illusion spirit fruit detected. Risk of being lost in an illusion? Consume 100 energy points to dispel the hallucination. I replied immediately without a second thought. Fortunately, my mental power is way beyond normal beasts. Otherwise, I'd be just like these zombie-like beasts. As soon as I spoke, a cool sensation swept over my body instantly. My clouded mind cleared up at once. That restless, out-of-control force vanished without a trace. Good thing I haven't hunted properly for days. These prey in front of me, totally defenseless, are basically walking energy packs. I locked my sights on a palm-sized gray rat nearby. I lunged and bit down, injected poison, then swallowed it whole. I started devouring other mutant beasts too. As I kept eating, my energy points gradually climbed. Time ticked by slowly. I followed behind the illusion-struck herd, devouring prey without any effort. My energy points shot up like crazy. In less than 3 hours, my belly was round and full. Satiety hit 100%. I couldn't take in any more energy. Right as the system prompt popped up, I arrived at a secret mountain I'd never seen before. The valley was squeezed between two cliffs 500 or 600 meters tall. The widest part was maybe the size of 2 or 3 soccer fields. A lone small tree stood right in the center, surrounded by nothing but yellowed grass. The tree was just over a meter tall, about as thick as a bowl. Its entire body looked like it was carved from top-grade jade. Every branch had a crystal-clear, fire-red fruit, each about the size of a baby's fist. Within a few meters around the tree, no beast dared to get close. That soul-capturing scent was spreading from here. The closer you got to the area, the crazier the outside beast's eyes became. They acted like they were possessed, rushing straight toward the spirit valley. Even as their companions fell all around, they didn't hesitate at all. I felt a huge shock in my heart. This isn't just any fruit tree. It's obviously a spiritual mutated plant. It uses the fruit's scent to lure living creatures to kill each other, then uses their remains to feed itself and ripen its fruits. Looks harmless and shiny, but hides a deadly trap, just like the man-eating plants from legends. But these fruits are real spirit exchange fruits. I've got to get my hands on them no matter what. I quickly activated. Fiery eyes scanned from hundreds of meters away. The info about the small tree popped into my mind instantly. Illusion spirit wood grows an inch every 100 years. Only found where spiritual energy is rich. Grows a branch every 1,000 years. Fruits only after 3,000 years. Its body is jade-like. Needs loads of nutrients to ripen its fruits. Emits a special scent to attract creatures. Those who smell it easily fall into illusions. Lose all self-control. Once close, they either collapse or fight, and eventually become tree nutrients. When the fruit matures, the scent vanishes. Affected creatures regain their minds. They may even awaken intelligence. If not picked in 3 days, the fruit will wither and feed back into the tree. Wait for the next fruit cycle. When matured, the spirit fruit turns blood red and glows slightly. The first fruit has the strongest effect. Each creature can eat up to 3. It can greatly boost mental power. Even lets you shape illusions with mental power. Any creature with weaker mind gets affected. The stronger your mental power, the harder it is to fall into illusions. After reading the info, I'm both shocked and delighted. Without the system's protection, I'd probably have ended up as food for the spirit wood, just like those beasts. But now it's different. This illusion spirit wood only uses its scent to hunt, and has no other defenses. The scent doesn't affect me now. I just need to wait for the fruits to ripen. But I can't let my guard down. There are not just ants, spiders, centipedes, and other bugs in the valley, but also wild boars, black bears, wolf packs, and other fierce beasts. They're under the illusion's influence now. But once the fruit matures, the survivors are sure to fight to the death. Such an insane treasure. No intelligent creature would pass it up. I'm already a level 10 mutant beast. Stronger than any creature here. But if they all gang up on me, things could get really bad. Right then, I caught a key detail. Illusion spirit wood grows only where spiritual energy is rich. But spiritual energy just revived recently. Even if the earthquake leaked some underground energy, it couldn't be considered rich yet. Could it be that this valley wasn't originally in Wenyun Mountain, but appeared because of the earthquake? I took a deep breath and carefully sensed my surroundings. Rich spiritual energy flooded over me, thick like fog. Compared to the thin energy at the duo house, this place is an energy paradise. External spiritual energy now meets the standard. Host can look for a safe area. Breakthrough, the system panel popped up a message. Clear and eye-catching. I checked my own realm. Sure enough, beast level had breakthrough marked after it. And there was a note below. This breakthrough takes 1 hour. Will pull in massive spiritual energy from within 5 kilometers, creating an energy storm to wash the body. Host can protect themselves during the breakthrough. Can't be interrupted. Can't be disturbed. Otherwise it fails completely. Suggest finding a safe spot and preparing defenses. These breakthrough conditions are way too strict. But power is always a trade-off. But the ripening time of the spirit exchange fruit is unknown. If someone takes it, that's a huge loss. I made my decision right away. Breakthrough can wait. Gotta grab the illusion spirit fruit first. When treasure is right here, miss it, and it's gone for good. I hid in the shadows, watching the beasts charging toward the spirit wood, without a care, feeling nothing inside. That's the law of the jungle. Survival of the fittest. Only the strong make it. But I didn't notice. In the dense woods 2 or 3 kilometers behind me, a burly man was pushing through the bush, heading toward the valley. The man wore a short-sleeved shirt, not even cold in midwinter, and had steam rising off him, veins bulging on his arms, carrying a long knife on his back. Clearly a skilled fighter. Master, seriously, where would there be treasure in these wild mountains? I've been searching for days, almost got buried by the earthquake, and haven't seen a thing. The man complained. He stopped in his tracks. Suddenly that tempting scent hit him.
His mind went hazy.
He almost gave in instantly. Just then, the jade pendant on his neck suddenly glowed with a faint green light. It snapped him back to his senses. The big guy quickly took off the pendant. His face changed in an instant. A long crack had appeared on the jade. Almost a third of it was split. He instantly remembered when he bought it what that old man said. Kid, you made a real bargain. This may be a replica and flawed, but at a crucial moment, it could save your life. Back then, he just liked the piece. So he paid 100,000 RMB for it. He didn't take it seriously at all. But now he realized, this jade was the real deal for protection. There must be something valuable in that scent. His gaze turned firm. His master sent him to Wenyun Mountain to find treasure. He was right. Even though the pendant's energy was limited, he couldn't back down.
He gripped his blade tightly,
pushing through the distracting aroma, and walked steadily toward the valley. Time slowly passed. Dusk fell bit by bit.
It finally became full night.
I stared hard at the 3 spirit fruits on the illusion wood. Didn't dare get distracted at all. Shockingly, the spirit fruit started glowing blood red in the night. The glow grew stronger and stronger. The scent also reached its peak. They're about to ripen. I perked up, got ready to dash at any second. Right now, all beasts around the illusion wood had been wiped out. The survivors were totally drained, all covered in wounds. They had no fight left in them. With my current strength, I could wipe them out easily. There really is treasure here. Just as I was about to charge, a man's startled shout came from behind me. I froze on the spot, instantly stopped in alert. My plan had to change. I'd been so focused on the spirit fruit, I actually forgot to use the sky eye map to check my surroundings. Way too careless. I quickly scanned the burly man 100 meters behind me. I immediately noticed something was off. Each step he took was tough. The jade pendant on his chest would light up with a faint green glow now and then. Obviously, he's using the pendant to resist the illusion. It's freezing cold, and he's only wearing a t-shirt. His muscles are tense. You can tell he's a martial arts powerhouse among humans. He can see through things clearly. I used a bit of energy and directly probed his info. Race, human, level, beast level 10. Max strength, 100. Max agility, 85. Max physique, 88. Max armor, 70. Max stamina, 57. Max mind power, 45. Skill, monkey fist. I was shocked. This guy's stats are insane. His strength is over 100. Agility and physique are both above 85. He's the strongest human I've seen since rebirth, but I'm a peak level 10 beast. Even with his power, I'm fully confident I can beat him. As I watched the big guy, he spotted me too. His pupils shrank instantly. Whoa, that's a huge snake. Is it about to transform? The man sucked in a cold breath. He felt deadly danger from me. He'd relied on his pendant to fight the illusion all the way here. It was pure struggle.
He thought of giving up several times.
Only his belief in treasure kept him going. Now, seeing me here, he was clearly scared, but he also spotted the fruit. So there's no way he's quitting now? That treasure's mine. Nobody's taking it. He looked ruthless, clenched his fist and murmured, "It's just a big snake. Go all in and take it out. That treasure is mine."
He didn't know where the miracle fruit came from.
But anything beasts fight over like crazy must be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, the old man told me. Martial masters don't just train hard. They grab chances when they show up. Chosen ones are always those who fight for it. He stamped his foot, rushed right at the illusion spirit tree. I frowned. I didn't want any trouble. But then this guy jumped in. Looks like I need to deal with him first, so I can safely get the fruit. As he made his move, I moved too. My body became a blur. The sound of breaking air rang out, hundreds of meters apart. In a few breaths, I was in front of him. So fast. He was shocked, but reacted super quick. He dodged sideways and rolled frantically to evade, trying to avoid my impact. Good reflexes, but he was still too slow. Seeing him dodge, I tilted my head a bit and spat venom instantly. Meanwhile, the big guy rose up from his roll and suddenly saw me spit venom at him. He freaked out. He's in a t-shirt, so his chest and arms are nearly exposed. Perfect opening for me. My venom shot precisely, aimed at his upper body. He wanted to dodge, but found almost no space left to retreat. He'd used up a lot of stamina dodging before. Can't do another extreme move right now. He got serious. He'd seen a 4-meter king cobra's poison himself. But I'm way bigger than that one. Poison strength is unknown, so it's even more dangerous. He twisted and leaned back skillfully, trying to escape the venom. But this attack was calculated perfectly. No way he can dodge that easily. Most of my venom landed on his chest and neck.
It had a strong paralyzing effect.
And instantly seeped inside. He cried out in shock, stumbled back. The paralyzing toxin was working. I stayed alert, moved in a flash, charged right at him. He wanted to fight back with his fists, but his body wouldn't listen. His punches were weak, like the saying goes when you're down. I gotta finish the job. I can't miss this chance. I saw the illusion spirit tree, the 3 fruits glowing brighter and brighter. I knew time was running out. I needed to finish fast. I quickly wrapped around his body. He tried to resist, but soon found himself getting stiff. A moment later he was out cold, eyes wide open, full of unwillingness. I slowly let go of his body. The fight seemed long, but really lasted only a minute or two. As soon as I let go, the strange scent attracting everyone disappeared. The glow from the 3 fruits grew even harsher, like it signaled something. I rushed straight for the clearing under the illusion spirit tree. The remaining beasts were still confused. The dizzy feeling from the scent hadn't faded yet. That gave me plenty of time to react. I'm about a mile from the tree now. That last sprint cost me a lot of energy. But thanks to my 100 physique stats, my body was recovering fast. I took a deep breath and fired up another sprint, only by grabbing the 3 fruit of soul swap, before the other beasts notice. Can I control the situation? I sped through the woods like a phantom. Among the remaining beasts, a wild boar and a big black bear reacted first. They're closest to the tree, much faster than the other beasts. Maybe the scent didn't totally affect them. They both rushed for the fruit. I was surprised. Other beasts still looked lost. Are these 2 special somehow? I pushed my speed to the max, moving at top speed, leaving afterimages in the air. The air was full of explosive sounds. Almost there, just a few steps to the tree. But those 2 beasts are sprinting hard too, getting closer to the illusion spirit tree. They looked back, drawn by the noise behind them. That pause gave me an opening. With everything I got, I instantly left them behind. But right as I was about to reach the tree, my foot slipped. I paused for a second. Those two beasts caught up. The boar and bear's eyes showed a hint of fear. They hadn't seen me clearly before, and I outpaced them, but now I held still. Their hope rekindled. They sprinted even harder. For a treasure like this, they won't give up easily. I steadied myself and sprinted again, quickly reached the tree, and swallowed all 3 soul fruit without hesitation. The moment they entered me, I felt my mind power surge. Host consumed soul swap fruit. Gain new skill. Mind illusion. Any creature with weaker spirit than host has a 10% chance to get lost in a mind illusion when making eye contact. A target trapped in hallucination can be given dreams or nightmares based on the host's will. They can be granted sweet dreams or nightmares. It makes them obsessed and unable to break free. The host can guide the target to perform actions, including giving up resistance. When using the skill, the host can't do anything else. If not, it's considered interrupting the target's mental force. The faster the main host, the more mental energy is spent. After using, the host will suffer short-term mental exhaustion. Each minute uses at least 10 points of mental power. The higher the mental strength, the less exhaustion, and the faster the recovery. Hearing the system prompt, I stuck out my tongue, feeling secretly happy. I got another strong survival skill. If used well, I could even turn things around. I swallowed the spirit-refining fruit. The wild boar and the big black bear roared in anger. With their roars, the other surviving beasts snapped awake. But most of them were covered in wounds, totally drained. They were too weak to fight, even if they were at their peak, except for a few strong ones. Others could only stay far away. The wild boar and big black bear just kept going out of sheer will. Their health wasn't much better than the other survivors. My lightning-fast moves just now made it clear to them. Trying to snatch the fruit from me was just wishful thinking. Plus, the mental power I'm giving off now is twice as strong as before. With no backup, they hesitated to move forward, only able to let out weak roars to vent their anger and frustration. I squinted, watching those two roar together, finding it pretty funny. If I hadn't just spent so much energy, I'd definitely teach them a lesson. I turned around and locked my gaze on them. Perfect time to test my new skill. I silently hoped I'd get it right on the first try. My mental energy's still unstable. Can't afford much more drain. When they saw me look at them, the wild boar and big black bear shivered, stopped roaring immediately. They're all bark and no bite anyway. Can't really fight me. Just bluffing, venting their panic and resentment. They cautiously tracked my movement, ready to run at any moment. There were still dozens of survivors here. They thought I might not keep my eyes on them forever. Their nervous focus actually gave me a chance. I knew this was the best moment to test the skill. If I missed it, might not get another good shot. As soon as our eyes met, a wave of strong mental power swept with an illusion, slipping into their minds through their eyes. In an instant, the big black bear and wild boar's eyes glazed over. They became puppets. Only a 10% chance of success. Yet, it worked right away. I was surprised and happy. Kill him, I gave the command. The two big guys under everyone's eyes started fighting each other. The other beasts didn't get it. Scared, they all backed away and ran from the area. They just thought the giant python was freaky. Their strange behavior set off a chain reaction. This once calm valley. The surviving predators moved toward the nearest prey, but none dared approach me. Not only because my huge size warns them I'm dangerous, but the big black bear and wild boar acting strange reminds them, not only am I a bad deal, I'm also super unlucky and crafty. Their natural instincts to avoid trouble made them stay away from this place. The first test worked great. No need to waste more mental energy on these two dumb beasts. When I released control, the two big guys collapsed, panting, coming back to their senses, their eyes full of terror. I didn't block their outside senses just now, or weave any dream, just suppressed and guided their mental force, losing control of their bodies, and watching themselves get controlled. It was unforgettable. I didn't bother with their thoughts. All I thought about was that guy's chest, that mysterious jade pendant full of power. Earlier, I fought for 3 spirit exchange fruits. Had to put the pendant aside. Now that I ate the fruit, The pendant makes a perfect gift for Duo to take me as her master. Who knows, it might be super useful later. I swam toward the strong man's body. But suddenly things changed. The illusion spirit wood wasn't releasing its scent anymore. But right when the fruit matured, the leftover spirit energy surged violently, like thunder exploding in the valley. The beasts that had been fleeing snapped, eyes blood red. Their fur stood on end. They went crazier than before. Only instinct to kill left. My heart sank. My scales tensed up. Using my sharp sight, saw the survivors in the valley. All dashed wildly toward me and the strong man's body. Leading the pack was a wild boar with a dark bluish-black coat. Its tusks were exposed, a fierce black-brown boar. It was covered in wounds. It charged at me headfirst. Close behind were over a dozen wolves and several venomous centipedes. They were already pushed to the brink, but now they exploded with speed and strength far beyond normal. To make matters worse, the huge black bear lying limp on the ground slowly got up. Its eyes were blood red. It started forcing its way toward me. Damn it, I cursed. I just swallowed the soul-swapping fruit. My mental power is still unstable. The mental strength I used to control the black bear and boar still hasn't recovered. Still drained. Now I'm being attacked by these rampaging beasts. Even at level 10 peak beast, I'm facing a tough fight. Maybe even get hurt. But more importantly, I still haven't gotten the jade pendant from the strong man's body. I quickly calmed myself down and started thinking of a plan. The mental illusion skill I just unlocked only has a 10% success rate. Plus, it drains my mental power. I can't risk using it now, even though the fruit boosted my body a bit. I'm a bit stronger and faster, but fighting head-on isn't wise. My only advantage is my clear mind and knowledge of the terrain. Both sides of the valley are cliffs, and there's just a narrow path in the middle. If I guard that spot, I won't get surrounded. No time to think. I darted to the strong man's corpse, lowered my head and bit down on the jade pendant at his neck. One gentle pull, and it was in my mouth. The jade was smooth and warm. Even blood didn't hide its faint green glow. I used my insight skill to examine it. Fake, damaged pendant. Single-use item. Can remove low-level uncontrolled mental attacks. Restores clarity. Each time its owner uses it, a crack forms. Its color fades. Once it's white and covered in cracks, it becomes ordinary jade. Now that I know its use, I'm even more sure it's best to hide. So I back down toward the cliff. There's a huge protruding boulder there, and a narrow crack behind it, just enough to hide myself and guard the only entrance. Once I blocked the beasts from coming close. The black-brown boar was the first to arrive. It slammed its head into the boulder. The loud bang made the rock shake. Rubble came tumbling down. The wolves barked wildly, looking for a way in. A venomous centipede quietly crawled underneath the rock, trying to sneak in through the gap. My eyes narrowed. I knew I couldn't just stay on defense. I had to take out the black-brown boar first. That would scare the rest. I took a deep breath, focused my still unstable mental power, and locked my eyes on the boars. It was bashing the rock like crazy, all its attention on me. Perfect chance to use the mental illusion. I triggered the illusion. A faint but concentrated wave shot from my eyes, right into the boar's brain. That 10% success rate actually kicked in again. The boar suddenly froze. Its eyes went blank. The wild energy vanished. It fell under the illusion. I didn't hesitate, darted out like lightning, and bit right at his neck, injecting lethal venom. The poison spread instantly. The boar gave a shrill wail, convulsed violently, and died in seconds. I quickly devoured its body. A surge of energy filled me. Not only did I get back the mental power I lost, my energy level ticked up too. That display instantly scared all the other beasts. The wolves' barking faded. Fear filled their eyes. Even the centipedes stopped, curled up on the ground, and wouldn't come any closer. But the leftover spirit energy kept pushing them, so they wouldn't retreat either. I gave them no chance to rest, pushed my advantage, and focused my mind again. This time not casting illusions one by one, but concentrating my power into a blast, aiming at 3 wolves at once. The mental drain instantly doubled. I got dizzy, almost blacked out, but gritted my teeth and held on. All 3 wolves fell into illusions, their eyes blank, and started biting each other. Soon they were both badly hurt. barely alive. The rest of the wolves were terrified, turned and ran, vanishing into the forest. The remaining venomous centipedes tried to escape. I flashed forward, snacked them away with my tail, then chomped them all down one by one. After devouring these beasts, I was completely drained of mental power and felt weak all over. I slumped behind the rock, gasping. Even my scales lost their shine. Just then, a soft noise came from behind me. I turned to look and saw the big black bear walking toward me. Its eyes were still red, but its steps faltered. Clearly, the fight and my power started to snap it out of its rage. Fear began to overtake its wildness. I stood up wary and unleashed my presence. I was out of mental power, so much weaker now, but it was more than enough to threaten a bear that just regained a bit of reason. More than enough. The black bear stopped right away, trembling all over, eyes full of fear. But it didn't run. Instead, it just lingered there, like it was making a tough choice. I was confused. If he's scared, why not run? I was about to pressure him to leave again, when suddenly he stopped, slowly lowered his head, curled up on all fours, and lay flat in a submissive pose. I was completely stunned. Used my insight to check his stats. Species, black bear. Level, beast 10. Length, 2.0 meters. Shoulder height, 1.3 meters. Weight, 250 kilogram. Strength max, 100. Agility max, 30. Body max, 88. Armor, 75. Endurance, 60. Mind power, 35. Skills, iron jaws. Hardened bear claw. The stats are pretty solid, except for the lower agility. Everything else is over 60. Its strength even hit 100. I hadn't expected it. This bear that just went berserk was also a level 10 beast, just like me. In this forest, it was a dominant force. Suddenly it clicked. He wanted to submit to me. I couldn't help but smile. Didn't expect my kingly aura to attract a fierce follower, a powerful fighter and loyal sidekick, walking right up to me. How could I say no? No reason to refuse. Looking at this sturdy, somewhat silly-looking black bear, I decided to accept him on the spot. From now on, I've got my very first follower too. But how am I supposed to communicate with this guy? A tricky new problem hit me. Other than my mental link with Duo, so far I haven't initiated this type of communication with any other creatures. I've never used a similar way to communicate before. And the last time, it was Duo who approached me first. It was pure luck that we formed a mental contract.
Now,
I'm totally clueless about this mental communication method. I have no idea at all. It's like my mind is a blank slate. Fine, blank slate it is. That just gives me a chance to try it out. If I don't give it a shot, how will I know I can't do it? You only find out what works by trying. I look at the big black bear in front of me. I'm secretly pleased. Isn't this the perfect test subject right here? And it's free. No reason not to use it. The big black bear squinted its eyes secretly. He can only vaguely sense that I'm watching him. He doesn't dare move at all. His butt is sticking way up. His head's pressed even lower. In his mind, if you're clinging to a big shot, act like it. I'm someone who can easily crush him. Killing him would be a piece of cake. Plus, he's got a deep grudge in his heart. There's no way he can get revenge alone. Now that he's clinging to me, the strong one, he finally has a shot at revenge. Just as I'm about to try mental communication, a cold mechanical system voice suddenly rings in my mind. Ding, detected a creature willingly submitting to the host. Do you want to accept it as a subordinate? And accept its loyalty? The host will gain 100 points of psyche power, and also gain partial feedback from the subordinate's abilities. Plus gain a new skill, Soul Mark. Soul Mark. Whether it's willing submission or forced submission to the host can plant a soul mark deep in its mind. It can never betray the host for life. The higher the target's psyche power, the harder it is to plant a soul mark, unless it willingly opens its mind. Otherwise, you might get a psychic backlash. To remove the soul mark, there's only one way. The host must actively remove it. Otherwise, no other way works. A marked subordinate will always be loyal to the host, but otherwise acts normal. And when it's close enough to the host's range, it'll automatically share half of the host's stat auras to help it grow and boost its fighting power. The first time you use Soul Mark, it requires 100 psyche points. The second requires 1,000 points. The third needs 10,000 points. And so on. Every Soul Mark is extremely valuable. Please use carefully and wisely, host. The Soul Mark is currently at level 1. More features and effects can be unlocked by leveling up the skill with evolution points. My eyes go wide in an instant. In less than half a day, I've unlocked 2 more new skills. My luck is insane. The mental illusion skill from before could control enemies. Trapping them in an illusion was already pretty strong.
And now?
I've gotten this Soul Mark skill, which is super overpowered. It locks in someone's loyalty directly. This is insanely strong. Take as subordinate. I didn't hesitate at all. I immediately responded to the system. Honestly, this big dumb bear is my lucky charm. If he hadn't submitted to me, how could I get such a powerful skill? So I'm definitely taking him in. And as my first little brother from now on, I'm going to take good care of him. You gotta be grateful. That goes double for me as a snake. Return kindness when given. And always get revenge for a grudge. Keep things clear with rewards and paybacks. Right when I gave the command, a mysterious gentle power entered both my mind and the big bear's at the same time. We both felt like there was a strange new connection in our minds. Boss, not long after, a goofy-sounding voice echoed in my head. I had experienced talking to Duo before, so I wasn't that surprised. I nodded back calmly. Since you chose to follow me willingly, from now on, your name is Zhang Da. From now on, I'm Zhang Da, and you are my boss. Zhang Die's honest voice answered right away. Totally. Respectful. Thanks to the Soul Mark, we eliminated any communication barriers. We both know the basics about each other now. I don't have to worry about him betraying me. Even if he finds out my secrets, it's fine. Don't worry, I'll help you get your revenge. Just that one promise from me made Zhang Die's dull eyes suddenly light up. He was just trying his luck at first, but never thought I'd accept him and let him cling to someone so powerful. He's so excited, he's shaking all over. Serving the strong is nothing to be ashamed of. Zhang Da is sure he chose the right boss. From now on, following the boss, he's bound to have a great future. Ding, host. You've tamed your very first soul subordinate. Gain 100 psyche points. Unlocked new skill, Soul Mark. Unlocked skill, Mighty Strength. Consumes 1,000 energy points to use. After use, doubles your strength stat. Lasts for 10 minutes. Just as the system notification finishes, an urgent blaring red alarm suddenly explodes in my head. Warning, host. Your stats are about to break the current limit. Find a suitable place within 30 minutes to break through, or your body won't be able to handle the stat cap, and danger may occur. Notification, host. Your stats are about to break the current limit. Within 30 minutes, find a safe place to break through. Warning, host. Stats are about to break the current limit. Find a suitable place within 30 minutes to break through. My heart drops suddenly. This is the first time the system has given such an urgent warning. Didn't expect to gain so much this time. My stats have gone way beyond the current limits. If I don't break through now, it'll put me at risk. I need to find a safe place and go into seclusion right away. Good thing Big Bear is here. He can guard me while I cultivate. I can't waste any time. I quickly activate the Sky Eye map. I scan the surroundings. Time is ticking by. Half an hour flies by instantly. I have to race against the clock. Now my body has gotten pretty big. It's not easy to find a suitable spot to cultivate. Luckily, soon enough, down the slope a kilometer away, 2 massive chunks of green stone catch my eye. The Sky Eye map shows there's a hidden cave under the stones. It's not very deep, but it's good enough for a breakthrough. And the spot is pretty well hidden. There's only one entrance. Having Big Bear guard the entrance is perfect. I call out to Big Bear right away. We hurry toward the destination. Big Bear is totally excited right now. After recognizing me as his master, his strength instantly doubled. He's full of energy, and the closer he gets to me, the stronger he feels.
It's amazing.
He doesn't know how it works, but he knows following the boss is always right. He happily trots behind me. Soon, we reach the stones. Big Bear pats his chest sincerely. Boss, go inside and cultivate without worry. If anyone dares to mess around, they'll have to get through me first. I nod approvingly, then head into the dark cave. Good thing I can see at night. The cave is clear as day. There's nothing in here that threatens me. One can totally relax. The breakthrough system starts up. I lie quietly on the ground. With a single command, I'm instantly wrapped in gentle energy. The surrounding energy turns into a whirlpool, constantly flooding into my body. The soft energy nourishes and strengthens me. So this is the spiritual energy in nature? It's unbelievably pure. The breakthrough comes with intense transformation. But thankfully, there's pure energy nourishing me nonstop. The whole process stays, well, within what I can handle. If this evolution works, it's like leaping over the dragon gate, soaring up to the sky. Time slips by quietly. A full moon rises above. In the cave, I finally reach the critical moment. My mind is crystal clear. The system guides the transformation fully. My body is refined to the extreme. Every muscle and bone is getting stronger. Spiritual energy keeps nourishing me, making me stronger throughout the transformation. This intense transformation makes my body tougher and tougher. My mental strength is getting much sharper too. Finally, the spiritual energy stops coming in. The transformation inside me slowly fades. All that's left is a bit of exhaustion. Next, my scales open a little, quickly sucking in the last burst of pure spiritual energy from the cave. A refreshing feeling sweeps over me. My tiredness instantly disappears. I'm energized. Ding! Congrats, host, breakthrough successful. Your life level has evolved. First perfect breakthrough achieved. Stats boosted to the peak of this level. SS level bloodline rewarded. This bloodline increases your absorption speed and efficiency of spiritual energy. Your potential is boosted by 512 times. New skill unlocked. Burning bloodline. Current level 1. Temporarily doubles your stats. Activating burning bloodline consumes 500 energy points. Effect lasts 10 minutes. You'll feel weak after using burning bloodline. Weakness lasts 1 hour. Max level is 9. Gives 512 times attribute boost. System has updated new data. Please pay attention to changes yourself. The system's notification pulls me back to reality. I'm totally delighted. I curiously open up my new stats panel. As expected, some subtle changes happened. My race is no longer King Cobra. Now it's Snake Clan. Plus, I got a new bloodline attribute. More importantly, my digestion speed changed too. I'm getting stronger and stronger. I muttered to myself. Before, it was 10 energy points for 1 evolution point.
Now,
it takes 50 energy points for 1 point. The price went up 5 times. Sure, I got a new way to absorb energy. But that's just too tough. There are so many places I need evolution points. Shouldn't have rushed the breakthrough. It would have been better to upgrade those skills first. I felt a little annoyed for a moment. Couldn't help but joke about myself. Greedy snake swallowing an elephant. Now look what happened. Boss, you broke through. When my big head appeared next to Big Bear, he was stunned right away. If it wasn't for the soul bond, he almost wouldn't recognize me. Right now, my body is at least a size bigger. Even more exciting for him. The mysterious power attached to him is getting stronger. The stronger the boss gets, the more hope he has for that long-standing wish. His pressure lifts instantly. Nearby, those creatures who've been lurking. As soon as the energy storm fades, an even more intimidating aura sweeps out from the cave. Most beasts suddenly panic. They all back away. Nobody dares mess with what's inside. But a few still have no clue. They backed up a bit but didn't leave, hiding in the shadows, trying to check things out. They're curious, wondering what treasure Big Bear is guarding so fiercely. But they don't know. Their curiosity is about to cost them. Big Bear, go deal with those clueless ones. Bring their bodies back. A cold look flashes in my eyes. I couldn't move during the breakthrough. Had no time to pay attention to outside. But I knew it was dangerous. If Big Bear hadn't protected me, if those guys had gotten in, I probably would have been doomed. Since they're here, no matter what they wanted, none of them will leave alive. Order given. Big Bear instantly perks up. He was super focused earlier. Was right next to the energy storm. Got a good bit himself. Lots of energy flooded into him. His physical strength soared. He's almost at beast level 10 peak now. Close proximity pays off. I, the boss, get the big meal. He gets to have some soup too. Makes sense. Plus my stat aura. Dealing with those unevolved beasts is a piece of cake. Big Bear lets out a roar, charges down the mountain path, moves fast like the wind, heads straight for the pack of wolves nearby. I slowly stick my head out from the cave, looking down from above at the surroundings. My body is as thick as a barrel now, covered in steel-like scales. They shimmer coldly in the moonlight, like a distant, indifferent king, silently watching ahead, not letting a single one go. This was the order I gave to Zhang Da, and also a task for him. When I brought Zhang Da back to Duo's family's resting spot, Wang Jing and his son had already risked their lives to salvage some supplies from the collapsed house. They built a simple camp in a safe spot, worriedly discussing how they'd live from now on. Dad, Grandpa, Master is back. The three of them sat around the fire, listening to the crackling of the firewood, each lost in thought. Duo, who was bored and daydreaming, suddenly stood up and looked toward the mountain. Excitedly yelled Mr. Bai.
He's back.
Wang Jing jumped up suddenly, so excited he stumbled over his own steps and knocked over the axe beside him. You could vaguely see some blood by the firelight. The old man struggled to stand up too. His exhausted face finally showed some light, like he saw hope in a hopeless place. But when I appeared before them, my huge new form made them freeze up. They almost thought I was another giant beast, especially with Zhang Da right behind. That powerful aura made the old man almost stop breathing. Wang Jing and his son stammered in fear. Their hopeful eyes dimmed at once. Dad, Grandpa, don't be scared. He really is my master. Duo was shocked by my change, but could feel clearly that the giant snake in front of him was still his master. I couldn't help but give a bitter smile. I really have changed too much lately. In just over a month, I went from a little snake soaking in a wine jar to such a giant beast. Anyone would be scared. After some reassurance, Duo slowly became familiar with Zhang Da, and at last I finally learned what happened here after I went up the mountain. Everything that had happened. Just after nightfall, Wang Jing and his son had just set up camp, when a bunch of stray cats and dogs rushed out from nowhere, charging at them like crazy. Wang Jing and his son fought them off desperately, especially Wang Jing. He hacked down a huge black dog, the strongest one. Only then did the rest, a bit afraid and unwilling, finally back away. They chased off the animals, but the father and son were already exhausted, not daring to let their guard down. They weren't badly hurt, but looked very battered. The old man still had a few scratch marks. You've changed too fast. I thought to myself, now that spiritual energy has returned completely. Not just me, but other creatures are mutating fast too. And it seems to be speeding up and getting stranger. Oh, right, Master. I think I can use telekinesis now. While I was thinking, Duo stopped playing with Shangda and excitedly wanted to show me his new power. I was surprised, a bit amazed, if nobody taught him, and he figured out telekinesis on his own. He's truly a genius. I really did find a treasure. Yeah, just now watching Dad and Grandpa fight those things. I was so anxious. I'm not sure how it happened, but the little rocks nearby and branches suddenly started floating by themselves and flew at those creatures following my will. Dad chased away the big black dog while it was dazed. That's how he managed it, Duo said proudly. My eyes lit up. It really was worth taking him as my student. I spat out the jade pendant from my mouth and placed it in front of Duo. Master, what's this? Duo stared at it, completely drawn to the baby Pam-sized jade. Just a little thing to keep you safe. Wear it around your neck and it'll stabilize your mind for a bit. Thank you, Master. Duo thanked me happily. Wang Jing and his son were cleaning up the Wolf King's body brought back by Zhang Da. Before we knew it, the night passed. Dawn started to break. Let's go downhill. I gave the order. Zhang Da carried Duo. Wang Jing and the old man walked beside me. We all headed slowly toward the village at the foot of the mountain. The roads along the way were cracked. Everywhere showed signs of landslides and destruction. People walked with difficulty through the muddy wasteland. In the puddles by the road, there were still fish and shrimp struggling to survive. It looked tragic. When we got to the village at the foot of the mountain, what greeted us were ruined walls and devastating wreckage. Hardly a living soul in sight. Houses collapsed, water up to your knees. Occasionally a few bodies floated by. Some were human, Some were poultry or strange beasts. How sad, no one's left alive. Even though I'd seen this before on my map, I already knew it would be like this. But seeing it in person still got to me a little. This village was closest to Wang Jing's place. But after the earthquake and the flood, it was wiped out instantly. Kangxi's group moved slowly, like a long snake creeping forward. They trudged along the cracked highway. Dust filled the air. The elderly coughed, children cried. Their sighs mingled together. Strange beasts roared from the roadside, echoing eerily. I perched atop a giant boulder in front of the convoy. My barrel-thick body blocked the blinding sun. My fiery eyes scanned the area, alert. Zhang Da carried Duo in the middle of the group. His massive body served as a natural shield. Small mutant creatures scattered away. Duo sat on Zhang Da's back. She tightly clutched the jade pendant I gave her. The jade pendant glowed faint green. It held back the raging psychic power in her body. Under my guidance, her psychic powers grew fast. Now she could move rocks weighing several pounds. Sometimes she could even drive off mutant rats. Wang Jing and the old man followed along the side, gripping their shotgun, their faces tense and wary. The group had marched all day, less than 50 kilometers from the county city now. The setting sun painted the sky blood red. Spiritual energy in the air thickened, but a trace of blood scent mixed in. I frowned, my fiery eyes focused with full power. A blurry shadow appeared in the woods. Suddenly, the system warned of an unknown high-energy life form detected, 10 kilometers away. Energy spike way beyond a normal beast soldier. My heart sank. If the system flagged it as high energy, it was at least a mid-level beast soldier. Peak, maybe even high level. Most people in our group were old, weak women and children. Fewer than 100 adults. And barely any weapons. If we faced such a mutated beast, it could be a disaster. Zhang Da sped up, shielded the elderly and kids. I sent commands through my soul link, and rushed to the fork ahead. My scaly body tensed up, ready to fight. The team went silent instantly. Everyone filled with fear. "What's wrong, sir?" Wang Jing hurried over. Her voice trembled. Duo poked her head out too, calling out anxiously. "Is Master in danger?" "Don't talk. Move faster. Don't stop." My eyes locked, fixating on the direction of the blood scent. The presence grew stronger. The ground shook with heavy footsteps. Suddenly, a roaring screech shattered the silence. It made our eardrums ache. A beast way bigger than Zhang Da burst from the trees. It blocked the highway. It looked like a lion, but had 3 heads. Black scales covered its whole body, its limbs thick as pillars. All 6 eyes burned red. Just its aura made it hard to breathe. Wang Jing's face turned pale. She nearly dropped her gun. Zhang Da's fur bristled and he roared, but was too scared to charge in. With my fiery eyes, I checked it instantly. A mutated 3-headed lion, top-level beast soldier. Every stat nearly twice as high as mine. There's no way I'd win in a straight fight. "Everyone, get back to the woods." I shouted and lunged at the 3-headed lion, spitting deadly venom. But its left head shot flames, burning the venom away. The right head's roar blasted me hard. Blood spilled from my mouth. Then Zhang Da charged in. His steely paw smashed at the lion. But he was swatted away by the beast's paw. He coughed up blood. Duo burst into tears with worry. Her psychic powers flared. She hurled stones at the beast, but the rocks bounced harmlessly off its scales. The lion's middle head snapped at me. I dodged to the side. Its tail swept at me, leaving just a scratch. I instantly cast my psychic mirage. The 3-headed lion froze up. It fell into confusion. I seized my chance and sunk my fangs into its middle neck, injecting heavy venom. At the same time, I activated my burning bloodline power. My speed doubled, but the lion was too tough, thrashing around on instinct. Right then, the system issued an emergency warning. A second unknown high-energy life form detected, 5 kilometers away. Its energy matched the 3-headed lion. I was distracted for a second. The lion snapped out of the mirage and slammed me to the ground. Scales cracked and broke. Blood gushed out. All 3 heads breathed fire at once. I was engulfed in flames. The pain nearly made me black out. "Master!" I screamed in agony, attacking wildly with psychic power. Zhang Da, injured, charged again, bleeding all over, but never backing down. At the last moment, rapid gunfire rang out. Several military jeeps raced up. Soldiers opened fire, pulling the three-headed lion's attention. I caught my breath and struggled up, still full of doubts. We'd been ignored for so long. No official force ever showed up. Where did these soldiers come from? A jeep stopped in front of me. The window rolled down. A middle-aged man in uniform stuck his head out. He looked at me with a complicated gaze. Can't believe there really is such a powerful mutant snake. I checked him with my fiery eyes and was stunned.
He was actually a beast general level.
A whole tier above the three-headed lion. Who are you? I tensed up, scales tight in caution. The man didn't answer. His gaze swept across Kangxi's group and the lion. A weird smile formed on his face. Interesting. The real fun in the apocalypse is just starting. That bear of yours and the little psychic girl are both rare specimens. I understood instantly. He wasn't here to save us, but wanted us as test subjects. Right then, the second beast burst out from the woods. A giant mutant crocodile. It joined up with the lion, charging at the soldiers and the group. The man just sat in his jeep, watching coldly, like he was enjoying a show. Killing intent surged through me. I charged at him, but got bounced back by an invisible barrier. I crashed hard onto the ground. Duo's psychic power. Zhang Die's attacks all useless against the shield. The soldiers' bullets even forced Zhang Da back. Kangxi's group was plunged into despair. On one side, two peak beast soldier monsters. On the other, a scheming beast general-level officer. No hope left. I lay on the ground, bleeding all over, full of unwillingness. Just then, the system popped up again. Detected extreme survival willpower. Bloodline hidden power can activate. Do it? Activate to temporarily reach Beast Lord level, but will be left permanently weak. Lose 10 years of beast essence. I looked at Duo and Zhang Da getting attacked, and at the despair. In everyone's eyes, determination flashing. But just as I got ready to activate it, the man's face suddenly changed. He looked to the sky, muttered, "They're here. They finally arrived." I looked up, saw dark clouds rolling in the distance. Countless giant black shapes darted inside. A power even scarier than the man's pressed down. The earth shook violently. The lion and crocodile stopped attacking, curling up on the ground, terror in their eyes. The man's face was white as a sheet. He ordered an emergency retreat, but the black shapes dived down instantly, tearing a jeep to bits. Screams filled the air. The man's jeep got ripped apart. He got swallowed by the black shadows. I struggled to get up, blocking the group, fiery eyes wide open, at full power, but still couldn't see the shadow's real form. All I felt was, they didn't belong to this world. System warning. Detected energy waves from an unknown extradimensional life form, way beyond this world's limit. Host is in extreme danger. More black shapes appeared. The ground shook even harder. I saw the people around me shivering, Zhang Da protecting me, and Duo trusting me. I slowly lifted my head, letting out a roar that shook the sky, full of rage and unwillingness, but even more unbreakable resolve. The shadows got angry, diving down at me. Just as they were about to reach me, the system chimed again. Now I must make my final choice. Do I unlock my bloodline and fight to the death, or lead everyone and run for our lives? The truth of the apocalypse is so close, yet still shrouded in mystery.